Hey everyone, and welcome to the season finale of The Wave. I'm Emma.
And I'm Ryan. It's our last show of the semester here on The Wave, and we thought we'd go out with a bang.
That's right, we have an amazing guest for you tonight. Let's take a look.
What's good, y'all? My name is Melo Roze. I am an R&B, hip hop, and pop artist from Atlanta, Georgia. The thing that drives me is the fact that like I said earlier, like I tried to do so many other things to be like realistic, I guess, because it is a hard business and it's very hard to get into, and I've heard it from everybody that you can think of. And the fact that just none of that worked and none of that makes me feel the way that it makes me feel to sit down and create music or to perform or to get in the studio and things like that. Like nothing makes me feel like that. Nothing in this world makes me feel like that. So I know it's what I'm supposed to do, and that's my driving force. Like there's nothing else I'd rather do.
It's too simple. I promise that I'll give you something to remember. Got milk and cookies for you. Come take a bite. Take a peek underneath the tree. We fire, you can see me. Though you're on the Nautilus, I always keep my promises, yeah.
I fell in love with, I think, R&B music like 3 years ago. So I've been really into that. So that's primarily what you'll see in my body of work. I have like kind of a 2000s, like 90s sort of flair and a little bit of my stuff. It's kind of my vibe, fashion-wise, music-wise, and that'll just come across in the things that you see from me in the future. I just try to say what I feel like people want to say, and people that can't really express themselves don't know how to say, because I'm not verbally good at expressing myself at all. So I put it all in my music, and I hope it comes across to people well. I think it's important to have some sort of relatability to even yourself and honesty to yourself in your music, so that other people can relate. So that I think that's important as a writer, to kind of open up in that way. You don't have to like give everything, but a piece of something so that people feel connected to the story. Thanks for watching. It's your girl Melo Roze on The Wave.
Melo will be on the show in just a few, but first, Emma and I wanted to give you guys a taste of what we've been listening to lately in the hopes that we put you on to some new music. So, Emma, bestie, what have you been listening to lately?
Ryan, Billy just dropped a new single.
Yep.
Your Power.
Okay.
Iconic. It's acoustic. It's slow. It's on the sadder side, which kind of confused me because her new album's title is Happier Than Ever.
Yeah.
It's an intense song. Like when you really listen to the lyrics, you're like, wow.
Okay,
She's
but
talking about some heavy stuff.
I love those types of songs.
I
though.
do too.
And like her and Phineas, I love them so much. Like they're
a
the best.
duo that cannot be touched.
Literally.
Can't be touched. It's such a good song, but what's one of your songs?
Okay, so it's kind of a throwback moment, but I've just been like in the good vibes mood lately. So it's Young and Alive by Bozzy.
Okay, a bop.
Specifically, driving home from Nashville with the windows down.
Yes.
That's the mood.
That's a moment.
Yeah.
I love that song. I love the nostalgic feel, especially this year. That's been my vibe this whole entire year.
It's really good. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a great
What
one.
else for you?
Okay, mine is Multiply by Bryn Joy.
Oh, girl.
Thanks,
We already
Nate.
know.
Thanks, Nate, for introducing me to that song. As soon as I came into the studio,
Yeah.
now I can't stop listening. It is so good. I can
He's
talk about
so
it forever.
talented,
I know,
like,
and I can just
his
talk about it
voice.
forever, so we'll just move on to your next song.
Yeah, okay. So it's called Light Year, and it just came out. It's
Okay.
by Adam Melchor featuring Lynn and Stella.
Love Lennon.
I know, we both love Lynn. She's so good. And her and her little sister Maisie, they're so cute.
I love them. Back in
I
the
know.
OG YouTube days.
Literally, yeah.
Loved watching them.
But I don't know, I just love her sound and her album.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That's
So,
such
yeah.
I definitely will listen to that because I love Lennon. But
Yeah.
that's all for our picks of this week, and we hope a few of them made it to your playlist. Stick around because we'll be right back with Melo Roze after this break.
Welcome back, and as promised, we're here with Melo Roze.
Hey, thank you so much for being on the show. We're so excited to have you.
I'm super happy to be here.
Awesome. We're going to jump right in. I want to know what got you into singing because your voice is incredible.
Thank you so much. Well, I mean, I've been singing for a long time, since I was like, I don't know, 2 years old. Like, I got caught singing, I don't know if you know, but Deborah Cox, one of her songs, just blasting it out loud. My parents were like, I thought you were asleep, and they came in there and I was singing. So I've done it for a long time, you know, a really long time, so.
You're just born with it, just in it with it already.
So kind of going off of that, like, do you have any specific influences that contributed to your musical background?
Yeah, a lot of R&B artists. My
Yeah.
favorite: Michael Jackson, Prince, Aaliyah, TLC, Beyonce. Those are like my top favorites. Like their work ethic, their voices, like their style, their creativity. Like those are some of the things that inspire me. Yeah.
Well, they're all amazing artists. Might I say, you have fantastic taste.
Thank you.
But where do you see yourself in like 10 years ish? Like, who do you inspire to be? Like, what is your career? Like your career that's like most important to you? Like, what you want it to be?
Oh man, 10 years is a minute, but I honestly I see myself. I want to be like one of the next great artists. Honestly, like that's a huge dream, but I feel like you can't dream too big, and I want to be like one of the top artists, like if not the top. Like I just my drive is so hard, and I work really hard at. So I want to be at that Michael Jackson level. I want to have the impact. I think it's not really like the fame, but it's the fact that millions of people hear what you do, and I just want as many people to hear like what I do in my music, and I want to touch as many people as possible, and they have huge audiences, so that's like where I aspire. I also want to run a record label like in 10 years from now.
Yeah.
I want to run a record label where I like discover independent artists and people who are like kind of underground, but they have extreme talent and they're kind of overlooked. So that's definitely another goal that I have.
That's awesome. Those
Yeah.
are both great, and I can see you doing it. Really.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's so great to have like a lot of
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah.
Okay, this might be like a cheesy question, but what's your zodiac sign? Because you sound like a Capricorn.
You know what? I claim too. I'm like an Aquarius Pisces. I relate to both so
Yeah,
well, but
okay.
I technically more a Pisces. I mean Aquarius, but I mesh with both.
Yeah,
so
I
I
feel
claim
you.
both.
I
Yeah.
can see it though.
That's kind of cool. I've never heard
Yeah.
someone claim both, but that's cool.
Love that for sure. So, I gotta know. Any new music coming out? New projects? What is it?
Yeah, so the song that I'll be performing today, I actually released March 11th. So that's kind of the single I'm pushing right now. But I plan on having some summer tunes for sure. And hopefully before the end of the year or early next year, I want to release my first album or EP. It'll be titled Melomania, and they're going to be visuals for like almost every single song. So I'm just trying to like build anticipation and like my social media and things like that, so that when I release it, it could be big, and I just want it to get to as many people as possible. So definitely an album or EP in the future, and a summer bop coming soon.
Yes,
yeah.
of course. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that
like
sounds so
really
cool.
cool.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Yeah, I love the Melomania. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
that one
Thank
was really
you.
cool. Gave me like a very vivid visual of like Astro World.
Yes.
That's what it
yes.
gave me. When you said that, I was like, huh, okay, I'm here for it.
So tell us a little bit more about the song that you're performing today.
Yeah, so it's called Stuck With You. So basically, I wrote this song because I wanted to write something that people could really relate to. And so it's pretty much about like you're with this person that like no one else gets why you're with that person. Like your family, your friends are like, no, like that's not the person for you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're too good for them. And it's like, you know what? You guys don't have to see what I see, but I see something in this person. And I feel like I have my baggage, they have theirs, and who am I to look at them a certain way? We can do this together. It's kind of like I'm committed to you. Y'all don't have to be committed to this person. I'm committed to this person, so stay out of it. It's kind of like you telling that person, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with you no matter what anybody says. Like, I feel like if you haven't been through that yet, you will. So
For
I had to
sure.
write something like that.
That's very relatable. Yeah.
Yeah.
We cannot wait to hear you perform it.
Thank you.
Well, why don't you plug your socials and tell everybody where they can find you?
Yeah, y'all can find me at Melo, MELO_Savage, SAVAGGE, so it's 2 G's. So you can follow me on there. My Facebook is Melo Roze. Rose is with a Z, ROZE. So those are my 2 socials right now. Yeah.
Awesome. We'll be sure that everybody checks you out.
Before we watch Melo perform, we want to give a huge thank you to everyone who has kept up with the show this season. Give Melo a follow and check out her music on our Spotify playlist.
And you can check out our Instagram to see past episodes and keep up with everything we have in store for you. And for the last time this semester, I'm Emma.
And I'm Ryan.
Give it up for Melo Roze.
You're a reckless little driver, but when it's driving like a stolen, I'm on fire. He's not perfect, he's a savage, he's a rarity. The most beautiful, complicated thing I'd ever seen. Strong like a mountain, I won't move. I'll make sure there's nothing they can do. Beautifully broken, I'm healing too. Won't let them tell me I'm too good for you. I'm stuck with you. I'll figure out the rest of when I'm stuck with you. Committed to your mess when I fell for you. Addicted to the rush, plus I'm crazy too. I'm stuck with you, stuck with you. He's a mess, but it keeps me together. He's a storm, but he's my stormy weather, baby. The parts that can't be tamed, but you need them too. I'm stuck with you, stuck with you. And before you judge, please know that's the one I love. The worst thing he does is smack when he eats and takes all the cover up. Oh, he can be selfish, but you can be sure the last thing will keep. But it's not that deep, cause he'll come back with more. Uncover your heart, then uncover me. I'll carry your pain, oh so gracefully. Continue to ride for my baby, and there's nothing that they can do. I'm stuck with you. I'll figure out the rest of while I'm stuck with you. Committed to your mess when I fell for you. Addicted to the rush, plus I'm crazy too. I'm stuck with you, stuck with you. He's a mess, but it keeps me together. He's a storm, but he's my stormy weather, baby. The parts that can't be tamed, but you need them too. I'm stuck with you, stuck with you. I'm stuck, I'm stuck with you. I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck with you. I'm stuck with you.
And fade to black.